What's going on, guys? OMIGHTY back at again with the weekly Rust Skins videos, and finally I've got my NVIDIA app to actually revert back to my microphone instead of using my headset mic, so that's nice. It took me a long time, far too long, but let's get into this Rust store. And the top sellers for today is the Blackout Backpack at number 1, Large Hazmat Backpack, and the Frozen Crypt Garage Door. So let's get started with the limited store, of course, and we will get started with the Blackout Backpack, going for $4.60. Now, this has had no surprising impacts on the Hardsuit Backpack. Of course, that was the darker of the two backpacks to have come out last week. We had the No Mercy and the Hardsuit. And the Hardsuit has dropped because the Blackout Backpack has come out. And of course, this is a darker, better, more popular alternative. And so it's not really surprising that the Hardsuit backpack has dropped in price. However, the No Mercy backpack hasn't dropped in price and is still above center store price. So overall, the backpacks seem to be promising, at least for now, but it's not overly surprising that the No Mercy backpack has performed well, simply because it is a little bit more of a pay-to-win backpack skin, as you will be able to blend in the snow while you're going on your snow farm runs. So that is one thing to keep in mind. However, the Blackout Backpack, of course, is continuation of the extremely popular and extremely successful Blackout set, where we've only had one skin from this entire set that isn't above center store price, and that is the Bolty skin. So I do think that that is going to continue with the trend of the upwards price once it leaves the Rust store and goes to the community market. With this Blackout Backpack, however, it is above center store price already at $4.60. So I don't think it's going to really be that much higher initially. And I also do think that you will be able to place a buy order and get it for cheaper off of the community market for a short period of time. So as a long-term investment, I do think you'll be making money off of the Blackout Backpack. I don't think backpack skins still are really going to have that high of an investment opportunity, because you can't craft them. Of course, you can craft those little blue ones, which I'm surprised they haven't been skinnable and prioritized to be skinnable. But look, apparently these ones were prioritized to be skinnable first, and they have been skinned first. So overall, I do think the Blackout Backpack will be a good long-term investment. But if you are someone with a smaller wallet, I won't recommend investing in it. If you are someone that has a wallet that you can spend this money on, then I would recommend getting the Blackout Backpack off of the community market, the buy order. If you are watching this video straight away, then you could get an early buy order in and get it for a little bit cheaper. But I also do think you can just buy it off the Rust store, use it as a play skin, and if you get sick of it later, you can sell it. But I also do think that it will go up in price come Christmas time, and you'll be able to make profit off of the Blackout Backpack then. And I don't really think we're going to be getting any better black backpack skins, because of course the Blackout is the goat of the black skins. So moving over to the Large Hazmat Backpack, going for $3.85. And so the backpack skin, the large backpack item, I should say, isn't craftable, so you do have to kind of get it off airdrops and stuff like that. So there will be a lot of people running Hazzy skins and going to airdrops and stuff like that. But also, it's also kind of likely that you're going to be running a backpack with a Metal Gear. But also, in saying that as well, I do think that less casual players are going to be the ones that have the backpack actually roaming and actually getting it in-game, more so than casual players. And I do think that less casual players will have hazmat skins. And of course, this is a backpack skin for an unskinned hazmat, so you just have to keep that in mind. But it does obviously blend in very well with the unskinned Hazzy, because it is themed off of the unskinned Hazzy. So I actually think it's a really cool skin. It's quite unique, and I do think that it will have a bit of demand, even for those people that do have hazmat skins, because maybe they might want to run the backpack skin and just unskin their Hazzy and then chuck that skin on. But of course, the skinned hazmats are more pay to win, and you can actually blend in, whereas of course the unskinned hazmat is bright yellow and red, so you do have to keep that in mind as well. But I think the large hazmat skin for the backpack has enough novelty to actually be able to go above the store price. However, I do think you could also get it for cheaper off of the community market, simply because, as I keep stating, backpacks aren't craftable, and so their demand isn't going to be as high. So I think placing a buy order with a large hazmat backpack will be the best and most optimal way of trying to invest in it if you are going to invest in it. And so overall, that is what I'd recommend to do. Invest in it off of the community market with a buy order, get it for a little bit cheaper. Buy it even as a play skin off the Russedom store. I think you'll probably still be able to make money, but I really don't think it's going to be a significant amount of money that you're going to be making off of the large hazmat backpack. And I do think there's better ways to spend your money, whether it be on the community market or in future Russedom stores. Alright, so that's going to do it for all of clothing, and we'll move over to the weapons. We have the Brainstorm SMG, a custom going for $3.05, then store price for weapons and tools. And overall, I think it's a really awesome custom skin. I'm kind of biased towards like this art style. I think it looks really cool, and I do like all of the faces, and I think it's a well-made skin. Also, the ADS, the rear of the custom itself looks good, but the iron sights look kind of poo, so I'm pretty sure it's just like the left and right rear iron sight are unskinned or silver maybe. I'm just looking at the screenshots from the Russedom store, and I think the front is yellow. So I don't think it's going to be very like beneficial to be using in PvP when you're ADSing. I think you're going to be able to lose track of those colors quite easily. And it might be a little bit harder to actually get on focus like straight away compared to a red front iron sight, for example. But I don't think it's going to matter overly, because of course the custom is a closer range gun, so the target is going to be a little bit closer for you to be shooting at. So overall, I think it's a nice looking skin, but I don't really think it's going to have much demand on the community market. So I think you could get it for cheaper off of the community market if you do want to try and invest in it. But overall, I don't really think you're going to be making money off of the Brainstorm custom off the Russedom store. All right, moving over to the Popstar AK. So this is an interesting one because this, of course, does have an e-girl on it, and we do have a bunch of virgins playing this game that love little drawings of girls. So there is definitely a chance that the Popstar AK could go up in value, but it's kind of hard to say because we've already had similar AK skins that have been free from the Twitch drops that have got like girl art on it. It sounds cringe to say, but they actually legitimately do sell well, and they actually have demand. So the Popstar AK likely will have some demand, but we already have so many AK skins on the community market, and also a lot of those people that would want the e-girl AK skin likely already have the Twitch drops ones. So the demand isn't going to be as high. It's $4.60 already on the Russedom store as well. So I do think that's going to make it a little bit harder to be investing in. But overall, if you get it off of the community market with a buy order, I do think that is how you would be making money off of this in the future. But overall, I'm not going to recommend investing the Popstar AK off of the Russedom store because it is $4.60. In my opinion, it's too expensive. I do think that it actually will sit around this price, slightly above it, maybe like $6 or something like that. But I just don't think that it's worth buying off of the Russedom store. And I do think you could get it for cheaper off of the community market with a buy order. Just make sure you try and place your buy order nice and early if you can. All right, moving over to the Tank Armor SAR, going for $3.05. I don't recall if we've had any tank weapons in the Russedom store before, but if we have, I don't honestly think they're going to perform very well. I think this is probably the first one. They do camo quite well, but I don't think the camo for the weapons really matters that much, especially compared to the armor and clothing. I do think that is definitely where the priority lies. But I will say, like, for a skin that is camoed, I do like that the ADS of it is contrasting to what you're going to be ADSing on. So of course it is red. It's not as vibrant as other skins, but it does match the aesthetic of this tank armor design. So I do think that that is commendable. Let me quickly check SCMM. I'm pretty sure there isn't. Yeah, no, there isn't any other weapon skins for the tank armor. So this is the first one, but I still don't really think it's going to perform very well. The tank armor chest plate is down 23%. The tank armor face mask is neutral, which means you're not going to be losing money off of it if you sell it on the community market, and the tank armor gloves are only up 13%. So the tank armor doesn't really have that much demand, and I do think it's going to have less demand as weapons and tools compared to as clothing and armor. So just keep that in mind. I'm not going to recommend investing in it off the Rust-Items store. Right, moving over to the deployables, we have the Frozen Crypt Garage Door. The Frozen Crypt collection just hasn't been successful at all. We've had the furnace, the large storage box, and the sheet metal single door. The door's down 65%, the storage box is down 42%, and the crypt furnace is down 7%. So it clearly is showing you that you're not going to be making money off of the Frozen Crypt Garage Door. It's a glowing deployable, but it's priced at $4.60, so it's already more expensive than usual. I think it actually is probably the cooler of the skins that we have for the Frozen Crypt collection, but I still don't really think you're going to be making money off of it. It's already $4.60. The rest of the set is performing worse than what it had all performed on the Rust-Items store, and I think that is going to be a similar trend with the Frozen Crypt Garage Door, so I'm not going to recommend investing in it off the Rust-Items store for this week. Moving over to the Nuke Room Locker. I swear this has been in the game already. Actually, no, we must have had another Nuke Room thing. What was it? Let me check SCMM. Oh, we've had a whole bunch of Nuke Room stuff. So we've had the Nuke Room small box, we've had the Nuke Room armored door single, we've had the Nuke Room garage door, which that's what I was remembering, and we've had the Nuke Room storage large box. They're all down. The only Nuke Room skin that's up is the Nuke Room double door sheet metal door skin, up 8%, so you're still really going to be losing money off of it. I do think that just straight up shows you how this Nuke Room locker is going to perform. We already have a whole bunch of awesome looking locker skins. This one actually looks okay, and probably is the highlight skin of the Nuke Room collection in my opinion, but I just think that these skins are kind of ugly. I don't know what it is about them. I just don't really like their color combos, but $3.85 is what this is going for. Stand store price for glowing deployables. I'm not going to recommend investing in it. I don't think it's going to perform well. I think we already have a lot of nice looking glowing locker skins. I think there's highly likely going to be nicer looking glowing skins for the lockers coming out in the future in the Rust-Items store. And I also do think that there's probably going to be some free ones from Twitch drops if we haven't already got them. So not going to recommend investing in the Nuke Room locker off of the Rust-Items store, and I think it's kind of ugly. Right, moving over to the Wolf Warrior wooden door, going for $3.85. Overall look, it's a wooden door skin. It stands to a price for a glowing deployable, but it's a wooden door skin, so it's a cool skin. The design's cool. It glows well. It looks nice in the day, and it looks nice at night glowing. Does it have a little peephole? I can't tell. I don't think it does. It looks like it does from the back. Oh no, it's a shield. Okay. Yeah, look, I'm not going to recommend investing in this. I think it's a cool design, but I don't think it's going to make you money. If you want to buy it as a play skin, I'd recommend getting it off the community market because I think you'd be able to get it for cheaper. I don't think there's going to be many on the community market, but I don't think there's going to be any demand for the Wolf Warrior wooden door on the community market once it leaves the Rust-Items store. So not going to recommend investing in it. And we'll move over to the final skin of the week. It is apparently Thanksgiving in America for Americans, I suppose. So Thanksgiving Turkey Rock is the final skin of the week. I don't know why I didn't do this with weapons and tools, but it seems I missed it. Going for $3.05. I think the only people that are going to want to buy this are role players and Americans, so I don't really think it's going to have any demand. And I also think there's plenty of food rock skins, there's plenty of meme rock skins that I just don't really think this is going to perform very well. I think if you want to buy this, get it off the community market with a buy order. It does look like the turkey has something shoved up somewhere. You don't want it to be shoved up. It appears to be an apple, but that is something you guys can be checking out for yourselves if I'm not showing it in-game right now. But $3.05 is what the Thanksgiving Turkey Rock is going for on the Rust-Items store. Overall, I'm not going to recommend investing in it. And that is going to do it for this week's skins. So let's check out the top sellers again. That is what the top sellers is looking like. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and remember, have a skits one.